On June 18, 1976, 2 days after the Soweto uprising began, students in Alexandra Township took to the streets with the same demands. The Soweto uprising started on June 16 when thousands of students marched against Afrikaans as the medium of instruction and the Bantu education system. But after police killed then 12-year-old Hector Peterson and others, protests spread across the country.
It's 50 years now where our people have lost their lives, and we've never even been mentioned by the president in the State of the Nation that we remember the people of Alex who lost their lives in 1976. We've never been mentioned even by the Premier of Gauteng.
Reports indicate that over 35 young people were shot and killed in Alexandra on that day. Today, their parents, siblings and children are speaking out.
I lost my brother. And losing my brother, it was like the end of the world to me. It's just because I relied on him and he relied on me. Like twins, we were doing things together. Kwaqhamuka this he was shot. They were just shooting at random. They never cared.
More than 10 families called us here. They all say that apart from feeling forgotten, the little recognition given by government has done more harm than good.
When this wall was, constructed, families like our family, we were not consulted. So this aspect of negligence that I'm talking about, you can also pick it up from all these years, until now, nothing has been done. Whereas in other townships, we see things happening. Sharpeville massacre, Soweto massacre. With Alexander, nothing has been, spoken about.
They are not being respected. They are not being honored. Yes, like Bantu who died, was 18 and old.
The first brick wall like this, as if you were just picking up bricks, from the street to have this wall constructed. To me, it doesn't give any value at all.
This stone is the only government acknowledgement of the June 1976 massacre that happened here in Alexandra. The families say they fought for this for over 40 years, only for it to be erected last year. No apology, no official opening ceremony. They call this a spit in their faces. How much was spent to erect the stone?
I'm not sure. I don't want to lie because, officials will always run when it comes to issues of budget and so forth.
Ibuhlungu yona kakhulu memorial site ezibasho abanye like umama bekasho laphana.
The memorial site has no significance where it is. The incident happened at 2nd Avenue. That's where the stone should be.
Incident iyenzakale e2nd. Kula ilije bekumele libe khona khona.
When we were supposed to build at that place, it was all politics. There's too many politics. We were told that there's going to be development within there, so there's no way that we can be able to build, something of this significance, something that will tell the world about us.
This is 2nd Avenue, the actual crime scene of the massacre. It's been turned into a meat market and slums. Its history long forgotten.
This is the area where my brother was shot, opposite to that face brick building, along this street. So my brother was shot there. He was driving a car, and then the car overturned, and he died instantly.
And mama wami weza ezothatha ama siblings wami khona la around lana kodwa ngazi ukuthi kwakuyingapha noma ngapha.
My mother came to fetch my siblings during that protest. This is where she met her death. It took us a month to locate her body. I was 17 years old when this happened. I was forced to quit school and become a domestic worker to support my family.
What is the TRC saying, ma'am?
TRC? It once came here in Alexandra and they didn't invite us. They did things on their own. I still remember Tutu was here.
Records show that in 1996, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, established in 1995 under the Promotion of National Unity and Reconciliation Act, held hearings in Alexandra. But 9 out of 10 families who called us here say their cases never made it onto the list of cases that the TRC referred to the National Prosecuting Authority or to the police for investigation.
Umalume wami number 7 kulela litshe. I-TRC mayifika la elokishini ifike inga notifyanga ama families. So it got us.
My uncle is number 7 on that stone. The TRC arrived here without notifying any families. It got us by surprise. I was 11 when I saw them. I ran back home to notify my granny. We went there, but we were told it's pay invite.
Notify my gran. And ngam notifier wavelo watata whatever that had to that begafon withat. Then sahamba saya sabuyele senkopani. Must figure only to be told ukuthi ungena pay invite.
Of all the people here, only one family has a case at the TRC, and that is for a sibling who went into exile, not for one of the 35 who died on the day.
The work of the TRC Cases Inquiry is exclusively to look at what happened to the cases that were referred by the TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, to the police for investigation or to the NPA for further prosecution. What happened to those cases? Why is it that some of those cases that were referred to the police were never properly investigated or investigated at all? Or why is it that cases that were referred to the NPA were never prosecuted? And so we need to understand that. So if there are cases amongst the Alexandra massacre that have been referred to the police for investigation and have not been investigated, or were referred to the NPA for prosecution and it has not been prosecuted, then those with evidence can certainly approach us. But that is the only space and time when the TRC Cases Inquiry can enter.
When we asked if the terms of reference couldn't be revised for the families who allege their cases were never registered, the Commission said only the President has the authority to do so. The families now say they will take their fight to the presidency. They want the TRC brought back to Alexandra.
All of these families are 76. Not even one family life can change. If they are not staying at the same place and then not one of our families is a recipient RDP. Not one of our families is a recipient a grant of whatever.
Meanwhile, the heroes who died that day lay in the cemetery instead of at Heroes Acre. Nomvuyo Ntanjana, SABC News, Johannesburg.